What is the primary training objective for GPT models? Is it A. Mask language modeling, B. Next sentence prediction, C. Autoregressive language modeling, or D. Contrastive learning? The correct answer is C. Autoregressive language modeling. Why this answer? GPT models predict the next word in sequence, always moving forward. Unlike BERT, which masks random words, GPT learns by predicting what comes next, just like completing a sentence naturally. This forward-only prediction is what makes GPT so good at generating flowing, coherent text. Remember it this way. Autoregressive means automatically moving forward, like a car that only has drive gear, never reverse. What learning rate schedule is commonly used for transformer training? A. Constant learning rate. B. Exponential decay. C. Warmup followed by decay. Or D. Cyclical learning rate. The answer is C. Warmup followed by decay. Here's why. Transformers are like powerful race cars. You can't floor the accelerator from the start or you'll crash. Warmup gradually increases the learning rate from tiny steps to full speed, then decay slowly reduces it for fine-tuning. This prevents the model from making destructive changes early when it knows nothing, then helps it settle into optimal solutions later. Memory trick. Think of warming up your car engine before driving, then cooling down after the race. Warm up, then cool down. What is the typical value for gradient clipping norm in LLM training? A. 0.1, B. 1.0, C. 5.0, or D. 10.0? The answer is B. 1.0. Why 1.0? It's the Goldilocks value. Not too restrictive, not too loose. Gradient clipping prevents training explosions where one bad update destroys weeks of progress. A value of 1.0 allows normal learning while preventing catastrophic jumps that could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in wasted compute. Easy memory. 1.0 equals one universal limit for all models. Remember it as one size fits all. What data types are typically used in mixed precision training? A. FP32 and INT8. B. FP32 and FP16. C. FP16 and INT8. Or D. FP64 and FP32. The correct answer is B. FP32 and FP16. Why this combination? FP16 uses half the memory and runs faster for most operations, while FP32 provides the precision needed for critical calculations like loss computation. It's like using a regular calculator for daily math, but switching to a scientific calculator for important financial calculations. This combo cuts training time by 30 to 50% while maintaining accuracy. Remember, mix means 32 plus 16 equals 48. FP32 and FP16 mix perfectly together. What are the typical beta values for Atom Optimizer in LLM training? A. Beta equals 0.9. Beta 2 equals 0.999. B. Beta equals 0.99. Beta 2 equals 0.999. C. Beta equals 0.9. Beta 2 equals 0.98. Or D. Beta equals 0.95. Beta 2 equals 0.999. The answer is A. Beta equals 0.9. Beta 2 equals 0.999. Why these specific values? Beta equals 0.9 gives 90% weight to momentum direction, enough memory without being stuck in the past. Beta 2 equals 0.999 tracks gradient magnitudes with 99.9% memory, crucial for adaptive learning rates. These values have been battle-tested across thousands of models and consistently deliver the best results. Memory hack. Atom loves the number 9, 0.9 and 0.999. 9 is Atom's lucky number. What is the typical weight decay value used in LLM training? A. 0.01, B. 0.1, C. 0.001, or D. 0.0001. The answer is A. 0.01. Why 0.01? This removes exactly 1% of each weight's value every step, strong enough to prevent overfitting but gentle enough not to hurt learning. It's like pruning a garden regularly but not too aggressively. This value consistently improves generalization by 15 to 20% across different model sizes without hampering training speed. Simple memory. 0.01 equals 1%. Imagine 1% of weights decay away each step. What happens to training stability as batch size increases in LLM training? A. Decreases significantly. B. Remains constant. C. Generally improves. Or D. Becomes unpredictable. The answer is C. Generally improves. Here's the logic. Larger batches average over more examples, giving more reliable gradient estimates. It's like polling 1,000 people versus 10 people for election predictions. Bigger samples are more trustworthy. GPT-3 used batches of over 3 million tokens. However, extremely large batches can reduce exploration, so there's a sweet spot. Remember, bigger batches equal better stability. Think big groups make better decisions. Why is gradient accumulation used in LLM training? A. To reduce memory usage. B. To simulate larger batch sizes. C. To improve convergence. Or D. To reduce training time. The correct answer is B. To simulate larger batch sizes. Why simulate larger batches? Your GPU might only hold 128 samples, but you want the stability of 1024 samples. Gradient accumulation processes 8 mini batches of 128, accumulates their gradients, then updates once. You get large batch stability with small batch memory requirements. It's essential when training massive models that won't fit otherwise. Memory aid. Accumulate gradients like saving coins in a piggy bank. Collect small amounts for one big purchase. What is the purpose of loss scaling in mixed precision training? A. To prevent gradient underflow. B. To reduce memory usage. C. To improve convergence speed. Or D. To prevent numerical overflow. The answer is A. To prevent gradient underflow. Why prevent underflow? In FP16 precision, tiny gradients become zero and disappear forever. Loss scaling multiplies the loss by 65536, making microscopic gradients visible during backpropagation. After computing gradients, we divide them back down. Without this, 30 to 40% of gradients vanish, severely hurting training quality. Think of it as zoom in with a magnifying glass to see tiny gradients, then zoom out to use them properly. In data parallelism, how are gradients typically aggregated across devices? A. Element-wise maximum. B. Element-wise minimum. C. Sum or average. Or D. Random selection. The answer is C. Sum or average. Why average gradients? Multiple GPUs process different data batches, but maintain identical model copies. Each GPU computes its own gradients, then all devices share and average these gradients before updating. This ensures every GPU learns from the collective wisdom of all devices. GPT-3 used 1024 GPUs this way, reducing training from 355 years to just 34 days. Final memory trick. Data parallelism equals democratic voting. Everyone's gradient voice counts equally in the average.